Now we're on page 25, doing the response to reading. It says, summarize how the United States attempted to obscure their communication from Japan during World War II. Now, I know that obscure is one of our weekly words, and we know that it means if something is obscure, it is hidden. So I'm going to replace obscure with hide in that sentence. Summarize how the United States attempted to hide their communication from Japan during World War II. During World War II, the United States military used. Now, I remember from reading that they used Navajo people in the Navajo language, and I also remember that they used women. But we just learned in reading about using evidence and using exact words from what we read. So I'm going to go back into my article and I'm going to find some exact words to use instead of just the general statement that I just said. Okay, how about right here? In 1942, the Marines decided to try something new. They recruited 29 Navajo men to develop a new code using the Navajo language. All right, so using that, I am going to add to my answer over here. During World War II, the United States military used, I'm going to answer this with bullet points. And I'm going to use an exact quote from the article. So I'm going to put a quotation mark. They recruited 29 Navajo men to develop a new code using the Navajo language. And then I'm going to end with quotation marks. Now, I also remember it said that they used women and they called them, I think, code girls. But since I don't know exactly and I don't have the exact words from the article, I'm going to go back in and find the exact spot that it talks about it. Let's see here. Oh, down here. Okay. So recruiters went to college campuses to find women who were good at math, science, and speaking foreign languages to become code breakers. After graduation, qualified women were sent to basic training camp. Then they were trained by the government to make and break codes. The work was top secret. For the next several years, these women broke enemy codes that hid critical information about troop movements, supply locations, and more. Figuring out the secrets behind coded messages was very difficult. The women spent days, weeks, and sometimes months looking for patterns and other clues. More than 10,000 women served as code breakers during World War II. They were sometimes called code girls. So that was a lot of information. I think that the best fact that I could use that would best answer this prompt during World War II, the United States military used, I'm going to say right here, more than 10,000 women served as code breakers during World War II. They were sometimes called code girls. That's the fact or the evidence that I'm going to pick for this answer. So I'm going to do my quotation marks because I'm pulling this straight exactly out of the article. More than 10,000 women served as code breakers during World War II. Perfect. I feel like I fully answered that part of the prompt. Okay, by doing this, they were able to. Now, for this question, I am going to use my thinking, and then we can go back in and see if we can think of some evidence to support my thinking. So, our main question up here was summarize how the United States attempted to hide their communication from Japan during World War II. I said what they used. By doing this, they were able to, I'm going to say they were able to hide their communication. They were able to hide their communication. Now let's find some evidence to support that. So I'm going to start off. My evidence is, now I'm going to go back into the article. I'm just reading and reading. Here's what I noticed. The Code Talkers influenced many important battles. In one battle, a team of 6 Code Talkers sent and received 800 messages without any errors. Their work helped the Allied forces win the battle. The heroic men were highly praised for their skill and accuracy. I'm going to take some of those exact words to use as my evidence. So I'm going to come back over to my evidence is, it said in the article, and then I'm going to have my quotation marks because I'm doing exactly what it said in the article. A team of 6 Code Talkers sent and received 800 messages without any errors. Their work helped Allied forces win the battle. All right, let me double check my work here. I answered this. By doing this, they were able to hide their communication. My evidence is, it said in the article, a team of 6 Code Talkers sent and received 800 messages without any errors. Their work helped the Allied forces win the battle. All right, I'm happy with my answer. I have plenty of evidence, and my evidence is directly from the article. Make sure, friends, that you have something similar to what I have.